back to your #1 stop for PSO2 New Genesis gameplay, how-to, and all that jazz. And today, I am back to give you guys some tips that we are coming up on Kvaris here in the next few days. And you probably need to prepare, and if you're someone who is new to the game or not exactly aware exactly what you need to do to prepare for the new NGS expansion, lucky enough, I'm here to help. So today, I'm going to be breaking down some stuff that will hopefully help you get the most out of Kvaris as soon as you begin, as well as some stuff that you probably need to be preparing for right now inside of New Genesis. So let's go ahead, let's hop into this, and let's get to, of course, getting you guys prepared for Kvaris. And to start off here, you need to have completed the main mission for Alio, as well as Retain. So this is all the main mission, also including the side story, main story expansion with Anya and whatnot. So you will have to complete that, as well as the Kvaris one as well. So once you have all that stuff done, you are good to go on that front. Ascent NGS is a game that very much want you to play in order of each of the areas. So make sure you have Alio and Retain done. And of course, if you haven't already done it, you want to go ahead and make sure, if you haven't already, to at least have one of your classes already a level of 45 here to enter this area as well. And of course, you also want to make sure you have your main weapon here, as well as your armor all set up and ready to go, and level as much as you can. I wouldn't worry about going completely insane here. Since what we're going to talk about in a bit, you are going to be able to get you some weapon item for catch-up here. But nonetheless, you do want to be pretty okay and have your power level up a little bit. We don't actually know at the moment if there is going to be also a power level tied to entering Kvaris. As it seems right now, that doesn't seem to be the case. Just make sure you're level 45. Have a little bit of weapon build up here, if not maxed out to whatever you can get right now. Just mainly because if Retain anything to go by, the enemies that we will be going to get in Kvaris, especially early on in the story, will be fairly higher level than you, and in return, just give you a better chance of survival as you are working way through the story, and as well as, of course, get some more levels under your belt here, especially since the level cap is going to be going up to 60. So, just be a little prepared, but do not worry if you're not 100%. Don't do anything too crazy. Just, do your best on this. And the next thing you need to focus here on, speaking of weapons, is of course the Kavaris prep ticket. These tickets are given out right now by taking part in some limited time trial. There is a couple here you can get your hands on, such as some of the more higher end stuff, which the ones I'm missing, of course, which is, of course, getting at rank on certain missions, but you can go ahead and also get you a whole bunch of other ones as well here. From a culture, upgrading your equipment to part 40, getting your battle power past certain amount, as well as completing some side activities and quests as well. So you want to go ahead and try to get as many of the prep tickets done as you can. That way, you are also a little bit better off as soon as Kvaris come out. And the reason for that is, of course, going to be tied to the brand new 6-star weapons here. So we do have an actual chart breaking down for how many tickets are going to require to get a certain weapons here. So as you can see here, we do have about 6 to 7 roughly at far of getting weapons for whatever class you are playing or whatever weapon type you're playing. So you want to look at that list. I will have a link in the description so you can figure out exactly what you ideally want to be going for, as well as how many of these tickets you want to try to get your hands on. I do recommend trying to get as much as possible here, since beyond it, that seem to be, for the time being, might be the only way to actually get the ticket. No real information for long-term pack launch here. So if you want to get your hands on the level 6 or, well, the 6-star weapons, you do want to make sure you go ahead and got you these tickets. And then the next thing you want to do here is, of course, get material so you can actually level up the weapons or other weapons and armor you already might have. Since we do know we are going to have new materials in Kvaris, but more than likely some of the upgrades still going to require other material from Alio and Retain. Lucky enough, we do have a event, and I think I remember hearing that supposedly this event slash items all put that actually roll into Kvaris. Let me know in the comment if I dreamed that, but I believe they talked about it on one of the headline stream. But nonetheless, for the time being anyway, before Kvaris, is of course the wonderful guys heal, which is our randomite heal. So of course, once you actually break one of these, as you can see, it's going to give you a huge amount of additional material. And of course, these will be scattered throughout Retain as well as Alio. Or if you want some very easy one, as you can see here from lowly spawning right in from the Ruka device over here, of course, you can get you a giant chunk up here in Hopper Lake. So I highly recommend coming up here, grabbing some of these, and of course, grab as many you can, all scattered throughout the region as well, if you can do that. And then the next thing you need to be working on here, if you haven't already, with the whole map level, is of course start farming up some X cubes here, because we're gonna be using them in a moment. But X cubes are very much needed, especially if the sister weapon continue being in the way of the weapons we have right now, as far as upgrades, which is mainly tied to, of course, getting our hands on some armor final. And I get that also matter for equipment and for armor as well here. So if you haven't already been building up X cubes, I highly recommend it. Especially right now before the level cap go up, because once the level cap go up, you are gonna be grinding to 60 for every single one of these. So 45 is still, you know, a decent amount of levels, but if you have a level 45, I highly recommend, of course, be sure to be farming the X cubes right now. Going off of X cubes here, and of course getting our hands on some armor final. Another thing here to keep in mind is you're going to be needing the ABC items here. You can get these, of course, by doing like rank 3 stuff, as well as some origin quests and whatnot. But right now, Elite before Kavaris launch here, I do recommend, of course, checking out your player shops here and see exactly how much they are going for, because the price obviously going to jump back up here very soon. And so after Elite Ship 1 anyway, A's are going for a 2,000 meseta, B's are going for 7,000 meseta, and C's are going for 27,000. Once again, the price might vary depending on what ship you're playing on. This is of course the weight on ship 1 anyway, but you want to be making sure you have a whole bunch of these cents to create a armor final. You are going to be needing a 10 of each of the ABC, as well as 1 X cube. So be sure to grab these while they are cheap. Get you some armor finals equated, so you can pretty much hit the ground running, hopefully a little bit better in Kvaris without being out a super amount of meseta, or having to, of course, farm up the material from scratch. And then, of course, that brings us to the next thing here is, of course, well, meseta. You want to go ahead and make sure you are farming up meseta from either defeating enemies, selling items to the recycle shop, or NPC shop, or by, of course, either getting yourself a 3-day pass from, well, the mission pass, so you can actually sell in the player shop. Or if you already have premium, you can, of course, go ahead and sell stuff on the actual player shop. Since, as we have seen, as we get more and more wealthy thoughts, the price as well as the material needed to upgrade will be going up, and in return going to require more and more meseta. So make sure you are out there farming up some meseta, or farming up material items, augment, whatever it might be, to actually sell to get your hands on meseta. So make sure you are doing that. And outside of meseta, the next thing here that once again is a little more optional, but highly recommended, which is, of course, going ahead and farming you up some augment here by, of course, farming dread enemies inside of ideally Retain, because I know Elite on ship 1 in Central Retain, there is a lot of farming that happening for the augment. And once again, you can either farm these from the dread, or, of course, by just straight up buying them off the player shop. So you might want to get you a couple of decent augment here as we are moving into the brand new weapon, since with these 6 stars, it's going to be a little bit of a reset period happening. And because of that, of course, augments are gonna go up in value. Maybe 10%, maybe 100%. In one of them cases that we will have to wait and see depending on the ship. But ideally, the prices will go up, and highly recommend getting your hands on some of the more desirable ones now. Why they are a little more cheaper, or by farming them up yourself. And there you have it. Though everything ideally you want to be focusing on before heading into Kvaris, as well as what you're going to actually need to be able to do before the game will allow it to become available to you. So as you can see, it's nothing too crazy by any means beyond the level in the main story, which more than likely at that point the majority of you probably already have done. And if you haven't, and you are thinking about checking out Kavaris and you haven't played in a while, or you're starting off in NGS for the 4th time here, of course you are going to be looking at anywhere from about 30 to 60 hours of content, depending on, of course, how rushy you are. But if you want to enjoy the story and the content of it, you're roughly looking at about that amount of time to get prepared for Kvaris here to unlock it. And of course, with retain being roughly about 20 to 30-ish hours. So keep that in mind here. But once again, you could do it way quicker with a helping hand, or if you just, not worrying about the story cutscenes and doing the bare minimum. I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there probably min-max it down to maybe 5 to 10 hours. And if you are one of them person, good luck. Hopefully it go good for ya. And with that will go ahead and do it for me for the video. And hopefully you have found it helpful. If so, make sure you do the thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the wonderful bells below. And of course, if you want to support the channel beyond that, feel free to hit that wonderful join button below to become a member here on YouTube to help out the channel. As well as, of course, come on over to my live stream I do over on twitch.tv/BoyMacon. Subscribe over there, or if you got Amazon Prime, it's free, so still that. Give me the money so Papa Bezos won't take it. And also, I would like to give a giant shout out for everybody who is supporting me through one of the means, or also by a quote coming on over to patreon.com/Macon. Link in the description to all that below. And of course, I will be actually doing pretty much almost non-stop streams for the next week or so of when Kvaris actually launch, because we're going to be diving into it, doing all the content, all the leveling, giving opinions throughout, helping everybody who needs it, and of course, making some videos. So hell, if you want to be a part of some of the videos, well, this might be the time for you to join. And of course, I will be playing over on Ship 1. And with that, once again, we'll go ahead and do it for me, and I will go ahead and see you all in the comments.